Hi, everybody. I just want to highlight a few things on the prompt and give you an idea about where you can do some research for the position as critical inquiry essay. So first off, make sure that your topic is controversial. If you can't imagine someone taking the opposite thesis stance as you are, then you don't have a controversial topic, and the topic you've chosen isn't viable for this particular essay. So you want to make sure you've got a controversial topic. You can imagine what the arguments are on the other side. A really good place to go to look for topics there is if you go out to the databases at the Palomar College Library website, go to databases and select O for opposing viewpoints, and you'll see that very first database there that pops up is the opposing viewpoints database. When you open up opposing viewpoints, it's organized by different categories here. So they've organized these different categories: health and medicine, national debate, science and technology. So perhaps you're interested in society and culture. And when you go into here, you'll see that we have 340 different topics that they've kind of put together a little kind of collection of research for that. So maybe you're interested in, maybe you're interested in, I'm going to grab one here, syntaxes. Maybe you're interested in that. So when you open up that idea or that particular topic, you're going to see that they've got 9 featured viewpoints here. They've collected a total of 36 different viewpoints. They have 26 different academic journals. Remember that this essay is going to require that you use 4 sources, and 1 needs to be an academic journal. So on this particular database, they organize them so it's really easy to identify where those academic journals are. So that's one place that I would recommend that you go to, and perhaps just spend a little bit of time kind of looking through this database. So again, I was here under culture, and there's 340 different topics out here. Make sure you're choosing a topic where, again, you can imagine, there should be a tax on junk food, yes or no, right? There's a topic that could have a stance. K through 12 education, you'd have to think about, should we do blank to K through 12 education? By the way, that's just a really good tip. If you can start your think about your topic as a question, and that question should start out with, should we blank? And then you've got a pretty good topic for the position argument, because if you started out with that question, should we, the answer to that could be yes or no, and there's where you would have either side of the issue. Okay, so again, just make sure your topic is controversial. We're going to do a hot introduction for this. I'll do a separate video on that to make sure that I can just keep this video a little bit shorter. I'll do another video on test body paragraphs. Make sure you are demonstrating that you understand the other side of the issue. So I've written here a significant amount of your word count demonstrating that you understand the other side. If you go down to the writing tools for this essay, I've given you guys kind of a template here for a body paragraph. You can, of course, modify this template, but in this template, I've said, put your reason out there. So one of your topic sentence ideas, whatever that reason is. And then at the beginning of that paragraph, spend some time, kind of acknowledging what the other side thinks about that reason. So you could use some of these, the sentence stem here. So those on the other side of X believe this, and they think that, blah, blah, blah. And then spend a couple of sentences showing that you know where they're coming from. And then you can support your position in the rest of the paragraph. Again, so I kind of hit that point twice here on the major requirements, because in the past that is a problem that some students have had. You have to make sure you demonstrate the other side. But again, here, big reminder, make sure you're demonstrating that you understand the other side. Okay, make sure you look through the rubric, and after you have drafted your essay to the best of your ability, go ahead and grade yourself using this rubric. Make sure you're doing each one of these items, because this is exactly how I'm going to be grading your essay. So make sure you've checked off all of those items. I've given you information here about finding these credible sources, credible academic versus popular sources. Remember, we need one scholarly source, and then the rest can be from other types of outlets. And when you're looking for those other sources, always check that you have the quality of, a high quality source. Go through these checklists. You can click on these, and each one of these things will open up and kind of blow this this up if that's kind of hard to read here and how small it is on the prompt. So just click on it and you can blow those up. Okay, and then I have the writing tools here as well to help you first come up with your skeletal structure. So your different reasons and kind of starting to brainstorm some evidence, your hot introduction. Again, I'll do separate videos on these things. The last thing on here is I have a kind of little brainstorming checklist of thinking about how you're going to develop your own rhetoric, maybe spend some time answering some of those questions as well. Okay, guys, that's it. Let me know if you have questions. We'll talk soon.